the morning, grab a cup and tune on in. Robert and Dave got that southern charm, let the laughter begin. From the morning funny to Maga Minute, ain't no better way to start your day the southern way, with a little joke and pray. We're just southern folks talking southern things, front porch swinging where the church bells rang. From mama said to hum day news, we keep it real with down home views. Sunday morning in the Word, get that gospel flow. Prayer time calls, so let's let our troubles go. Come Monday night, mama said, is bringing the truth. And when it's night talk with Dave, man, you know it's getting loose. We're just southern folks talking southern things, stories and sports where the good times hang. From SFP News to I Remember That, we tell it like it is, and that's a fact. Got our veteran of the week, gotta show our pride. Pets of the week, bringing love worldwide. Talking paranormal, digging true crime. Southern fried stories all the dang time. So pull up a chair, y'all, and stay a while. Ain't nothing like that southern style. From the morning show to the soundstage band, it's SFP Live, won't you give them a hand? So pull up a chair, y'all, and stay a while. Ain't nothing like that southern style. From the morning show to the soundstage band, it's SFP Live, won't you give them a hand?
Good morning to everybody out there in Southern Fried Podcast Land and all of our breadheads out there in Cornbread Nation. Good morning and welcome in here. It's a Friday. It's a wonderful day. Get your weekend started off right here with us. And I'm Rob. That's Dave. And we're here to get you going there for the weekend. Morning, Dave. How's you this morning?
I'm all right. Already been up. Going on, Broski Bear. Good morning. Welcome back to you. Thank you for that.
Oh.
We have a couple of new songs, too. One is the Cornbread Man song. And there's another one out there, too, that we have. Start to air some of those.
Yeah.
Cornbread Man will probably be going forward to be a Rumble only and probably a premium content show. Made a decision on that. I'm going to do some different things with that show. The Cornbread Man. As so dubbed by Angry Conservative. Thank you for that. That's what he calls me. So I said, you know what? I'll just take that. I am the Cornbread Man.
Oh, and I'm the clickbait. Oh.
Steve said he was the new clickbait on that show the other night.
I know he did. He was wrong.
Good morning. Good morning, Dawn, from the Instagram side.
Good morning.
A regular viewer. We appreciate you this morning. God bless you. Hope you're doing well.
Yes. Oh, man. It is a beautiful day today. Let's get this thing rocking here. There's a lot of stuff going on in the news. We've got a new pope. Lolita James is facing charges. I don't know if we'll ever get, like I said, justice on that or not, but we will see. Sure would be nice. You know.
Oh yeah. Never know with those things. The Pope is a registered Republican. He is pro-life, as we said on the previous show. If you were in that one, he is pro-life. He is an environmentalist. He is for environment. He's against additional genders. He is also a critic of President Trump. That's what we know about him thus far. And he is against, I believe, the death penalty. If I remember right. He is from Chicago, or that's where he was at. So they're starting to put together a little picture of kind of what he looks like.
Go ahead.
Well, he said it's time to. He has said in the past, talking about dominion over nature should not become tyrannical. So he's saying that he cautioned against the harmful environmental impacts of technological developments and highlighted the Vatican's installation of solar panels and the use of electric vehicles. Something he has said before. Good morning, Tarman.
Good morning, sir.
He did say that homosexuals can be blessed. They cannot bless the union. He's against that. He's said those are at odds with the gospel. So he just plays where he kind of stands on these issues. He's opposed to government initiatives to promote gender ideology in school. He said it's confusing because it seeks to create genders that don't exist. He told the local media at the time, being Chicago.
Wow.
On social media, he has expressed a little strong support for the Catholic Church anti-abortion stance. And he has been quoted as saying, as in 2015, he was seen at a march. He was at a March for Life rally in Chicago, where his followers exhorted his followers to, quote, "Let's defend human life at all times," end quote. So those are some. As I said, he's opposed to capital punishment. He says time to end the death penalty. He said that 2015 on X. He is also against euthanasia. Yes, you're right, Brodsky Bear, the first U.S.-born pope, most Augustinian friar to be elected pope. He served as missionaries in Peru as a dual citizen of Peru. Let's put that on screen because some people can't see our chats. Being you one of them, Brodsky Bear, and I'm sorry for the last one, you couldn't see those Rumble chats, so try to put these up as we can, but thank you for that. I didn't know about the dual citizenship with Peru. So again, I've been trying to get caught up on. I remember they announced it. Been a little busy, but in an October 7th, 2017 article, or he retweeted a call for new U.S. gun control from Senator Chris Murphy, Democrat, Connecticut, after the Las Vegas murders. He said this: "To my colleagues, your cowardice to act cannot be whitewashed by thoughts and prayers. None of this ends unless we do something to stop it." Murphy wrote in the tweet shared by the Pope. So he, by association, shared those beliefs. A little bit about him. He does bring the church back more towards the center. Not going to always agree. I'm not a Catholic. But it is news. There's a lot of Catholics in the world, over 1 billion.
Mm-hmm.
So it is something we should talk about.
Well, I think that when you're talking about we have to do something about it, talking about guns and stuff like that and gun violence, that should start at home. It's got nothing to do with a tool, in my opinion. and a gun is a tool. You can kill people with other ways. You know, you don't have to use a gun. And you're going to talk about gun violence, and it starts at home is where that's fixed. You got to get God back in the homes. You got to get parents and teaching their kids about the value of life and such as that. You know, come on.
The New York Post says that he is considered to be soft-spoken and cautious, but he's not been shy about speaking out.
You know, speak your mind. If that's what he thinks, that's what he thinks. But he's going directly against the Second Amendment there, and I'm not for that.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying what has been said about him.
Yeah, I got you.
These are just things that he has said. The last pope was very left, even beyond the church. The church was. There were many around the Catholic Church that were really frustrated with his stances on some stuff. So anyway, we will see. The many leaders have already reached out. Pope Leo, the 14th, I think that is. He has a very active U.S. voting record. As I said, he's a registered Republican. He's active. He did vote the 2024 election.
Yeah.
He voted in the general elections of 12, 14, 18, and 24. Voters in Illinois are not required to register with a political party, but the recent voting records revealed that Pope Leo had only participated in Republican primaries.
Oh.
He was named to that, the bishop of that church in 2014 and served there until 2023 when he was appointed prefect of dicastery for bishops and brought to Rome. He last participated in a Republican primary in 2016 before he skipped the general election that year, which leads to speculation that the rising pope may have been a never Trump Republican. He has spent years amplifying criticism of President Trump's immigration policies on social media, including as recently as last month. He retweeted a message from a Catholic commentator who slammed Trump and the president of El Salvador as the pair met in the Oval Office amidst the controversy over Kilmar Garcia, the MS-13 gang member. So a little flavor about kind of where he's at.
Okay.
Catholic convert, Vice President J.D. Vance, received his own moral rebuke from Leo, who retweeted, "J.D. Vance is wrong. Jesus doesn't exist, or doesn't ask us, to rank our love for others." So he's vocal, but he does tend to be more conservative. But there's going to be things about him that MAGA's not going to lie. Just being honest.
Oh, yeah.
Brodsky Bear says that the Pope has a Bachelor of Science degree in mathematics from Villanova University. Thank you, Brodsky. Popes are always well pro. Yeah, that's true. That's true. They've always. You're right. That's even that portrayal in TV and movies. They've always been about that. So yeah.
We got no problem with them helping the poor. We don't need our borders more open than what they were already. We need to close ours. I'm not saying we can't let people in. You know, come in legally though. You know, come in legally.
I would say that in the Catholic Church world, he will be celebrated, not just because he's a new pope. I think many in their circles will probably like him. because it does bring more back closer to the church's teachings. So as an outsider looking in, I think he'll probably be well received.
Okay.
And it does fly in the face of those who said it would never be an American who would be elected Pope. But he has been. Brodsky Bear. Yes. So we'll see as he meets with those world leaders, as they sort of get, and even though he's 69, I mean, he's pretty young we've had some popes elected who are pretty old. So maybe he'll be around for a while through some of these different changes of governments and stuff. So a pope can have an effect on a country.
Right.
The preaching of peace, and it would at the very least would worry a dictator, because if they have a country with a lot of Catholics, they'd be worried about having this guy speak against them in many cases, maybe not all, because you have a lot of people following him, and that would be difficult for them to say something too inflaming against the Pope. Yes. Whether you like him or not, or whether you like Catholicism, that would anger a lot of people.
Yep.
There's a lot of Catholics in most countries, not all, but in most, especially Latin America, areas of Europe and stuff. So let's face it, the Catholic Church has been struggling for a long time through lawsuits and different things that have happened. They'll never go away, but they're very survivalist to the extent that they have suffered a lot of losses in the church. Good morning, Miss Elizabeth. And church attendance is down across all faiths, but they've certainly cost them in financial means, because there's things that they've had to give up because of the church has pushed away a lot of Catholics because of some of the stances that previous popes have had. So anyway, it's just a news item. We're not Catholic, but it does bear on politics, and it does bear on world events and those relationships as we have a new pope. So interesting. Appreciate Brodsky Bear bringing in some of those things. We saw the black smoke and black smoke and black smoke, and then the white puffs of smoke, which told us we had a new pope. And his life has changed overnight. Amazing. That's a lot of power. He said that I haven't had a moment to think about it, but it's totally unreal, totally surreal. And it's a tremendous, tremendous thing to take in. But it's something to be very proud of. So. Yeah, you go from being well known to being worldwide followed. That will absolutely change his life for sure. Now he gets to ride the little Pope mobile. And where the Pope goes, the media goes. So he will now, everything he says, writes, will be followed by everyone. Good morning, Miss Jennifer. How are you? How do you do? It's good to be alive this morning. Good to be American. Happy to be here. be headed back to the hospital soon after I drop the kiddos off. I kind of thought you were, Broski, just by the way you were speaking. You brought us a lot of information. And they did suffer in the United States, and so I could see that point that it would be a help to them. And I think there was. Again, I don't follow it, so I'm certainly not claiming that I knew that, but I felt like of late there had been a little more. Yeah, some of the rough patches of the past had sort of smoothed out, But I agree, that's and it's big for the United States. I mean, like I said, there was a lot of people that didn't think that that there would be that from the America, but it will help. It will help the America, bishops and all, and to rebuild that. It'd be a lot of excitement. So I can see that. Absolutely see that. We're glad you're good. Glad you're good. Appreciate everybody's support again. Said last night briefly during the show. My wife is improving. Gotta get the kiddos off to school, and I'll be going back to the hospital soon. Should be on tonight. Doing a lot of early morning, late night. We'll just see what the day holds. So, Broski Bear, especially with the Protestant Baptist churches supporting the alphabet code, flocking to the Catholic Church. So yes, I have friends who are Catholic. They have. Thank you, Tar Man. Thank you, sir. Yes, Jake, I saw your quote. Thank you, sir, for that. But yeah, it will be an excitement and it will be interesting to see President Trump's relationship. They're not going to agree on everything, and he is a critic. But in this position, it will be important to be seen as being unified on what they can unify on. I think every administration, they don't want the Pope mad at them, for sure. Maybe mad's not the right word, but opposed to them vocally on as many things as they can. So I'm sure there will be a meeting, and he's done that before. So we'll just have to see where that goes. But yeah, that'd be a big boost to the American, because they've been sort of pushing more, Latin America. There was a lot of talk this would be African. So it'll boost them in a great way. Be interested to see. Yeah, thanks for that. I mean, it's just nobody expects them to agree on everything, but it is important to be seen as friendly and talking, which is the basis for what we're doing here, is to be friendly and talking. We may not all agree on everything, and we can be disagreed without being enemies. And certainly, I don't think that any administration will want to be seen. Yes, I did hear that, Tarman. I talked about in the previous program. I think that could be a big thing. I think it could be a big thing, depending on what moves are going to make. She's a fireball. She is definitely a fireball, and it'll be interesting to see where that goes. Oops, over here on one of my channels, it didn't want to undo my mic. Welcome back, Rob.
Thank you.
But yeah, I think I appreciate your thoughts this morning, because again, we're not on the inside of that. And it'd be interesting to see as this goes, continue to give us those insights from your perspective as a Catholic of what you see here. And again, I have some friends who are at work, and it'd be interesting for me to get back to work and talk to them as well and see their thoughts. So we'll see where that goes. But I think it's a positive thing. I would see him being very active in wanting peace, folks, promote peace. So maybe between the two of them, they can be unified on trying to get the Ukraine-Russia situation settled. That'd be big. That applies a lot of pressure there, hopefully, from different avenues. We had massive storms here last night. I don't know, Miss Jen, did you get the hail? We had hail in Fort O. Which again, it hit pretty hard. My granddaughter called me and was worried. I said, hang on. Hang on.
We were supposed to get some last night. We didn't get any. They missed us last night.
She said she got hail.
We got a chance for some today, hopefully. But as of right now, we hadn't got squat out of nothing. But it looks like we got a shot for today and tomorrow and Sunday and Monday, maybe on into Tuesday.
Yes, we had some pretty good lightning. That's what I told Kaylee. I can't come to the house. I'm going to ride it out here because the lightning was really bad. I can handle getting wet, but we were getting some pretty good boomers. So,
Good. So that time of year, we're going to get a bunch of them coming through.
yeah, pop-up storms and stuff.
Yeah, we're about to the time of year where there'll be a chance of rain every day. Won't get it, but every day, but it'll be a chance of it. So all that moisture coming up in out of the Gulf, and that gets all the way up to where y'all are too. So, well, we had the ACM Awards last night, American Country Music. Did y'all hear about any of that? Lanny Wilson took home Entertainer of the Year. Ooh. Sounded like I had banshees flying around outside my place last night. Now, what exactly does a banshee sound like? Apparently a bad storm. Oh. So Lanny Wilson took home Entertainer of the Year. Album of the Year went to Lanny Wilson, Whirlwind. She also got Female Artist of the Year. She just took home everything last night. Single of the Year, You Look Like You Love Me, went to Ella Langley and Riley Green. Duo of the Year went to Brooks and Dunn. Male Artist of the Year went to Chris Stapleton. Group of the Year went to Old Dominion. Song of the Year was Dirt Cheap by Cody Johnson. The new Female Artist of the Year was Ella Langley. New Male Artist of the Year was Zach Top. So, had a Artist Songwriter of the Year went to Lanny Wilson as well. She got 4 out of them. Gee, I mean, that's racking up. A lot of talent out there. I wish I had half as much talent some of these folks have. Or even just a thimbleful. Oscar says, I have a modern country playlist on Spotify I continuously update. Need to find some more songs to add. Any new ones you like? I'm not into the crying over a woman stuff. Oh, I'm not either. But apparently Lanny Wilson, who took home 4 awards from the awards last night, might be worth checking out. So that was the quick rundown on that.
Happy birthday to Billy Joel today, 76 years old. Tony Gwynn, baseball player, birthday today. And Calvin Murphy, basketball player today. Some of the quick rundown, just a handful. But Billy Joel, what the legend.
Yeah.
Piano.
I do like his music. Roscoe Berry says, modern country is tough for me, so I created the playlist to see if I can adopt it. Yeah, sometimes you just have to keep trying. I do like some of the bro country. I'll admit it. I like some of the classic stuff too, but some of it, to me, like you said, it's just too tear jerky. Play it backwards. You get your house back, your wife back, your dog back, your beer back, your truck back.
On the sports side, of late, the Braves have been playing better. Larry Fleet, favorite new country artist, Roscoe?
I don't know if I've heard any of his songs or not. I might have to look into that one myself. Yeah, the Braves are trying to put some stuff on it. They come back. They took 2 from the Reds, didn't they?
Yeah. They've been playing a little bit better.
Have they made it to 500 ball yet?
Well, they're working on it. They're working on it. They're 18 and 19.
That's still a lot better than where they started out from.
Yeah, they're 5.5 games behind the Mets. Believe it or not, the Mets are playing well.
Yeah.
The Phillies are just above that, so they're playing better. They're 12 and 6 at home, 6 and 13 away. So they play bad away.
Mm. Well,
They're
they are not.
4.
Go ahead.
They're 6 and 4 over the last 10 games. 6 wins, 4 losses.
Wow. Well, they are not in the cellar anymore. They are not the worst team in baseball right now. That title, the state title, apparently goes to the Colorado Rockies, who are 6 and 31. I'm glad we do not have that record.
Once again, folks, don't forget Patriot Mobile. Make the switch today. Use a promo code Cornbread. I was on the phone with them yesterday, and just great people to deal with. Just amazing respect, patience. I did get sent through a foreign country. I talked to someone who's right here in the country, who I could understand. That's a Georgian. They had they could be understandable, and they understood me. That's important. We've all had that phone call. We said, I just can't understand anything you're saying. Certainly, I do, even though it's Midwest, Brosky. It's as redneck as anywhere else. Parts of it. There's no doubt. There's actually a Facebook site that talks about that, and they show pictures and stuff of all the redneck stuff that goes on in Oklahoma. So yeah, I like Oklahoma. I traveled out there quite a bit. There's beautiful landscapes, but they some country folk out there. Country.
Well, you got to look that whole famous song, "Okie from Muskogee." I mean, come on, you know that's a redneck town. Just listen to the song.
If it wasn't for the flooding aspect, I have said that I could live in Oklahoma City, and it's just a nice looking, beautiful town. They got the Cowboy Hall of Fame. So the Cowboy Hall of Fame is in Oklahoma City. I'd love to go back to see that. There's the Air Force Base there. Their sports teams have really come on. Of course, the site of the disaster there, the Federal Building, the Mara Building. That's how to get your heart.
What about
Texas? Texas is Texas. That's for sure.
Oh,
they don't like to be compared to anybody else.
No, they think they're a little bigger than everybody else. That's where the biggest rednecks are.
Well, there's a lot of liberals in Texas too. Lots. Lots.
Can you be a liberal and a redneck at the same time, you think?
I guess you could have leftist ideas and do stupid stuff. I don't know.
I just have a hard time picturing some liberal out there say, "Here, hold my beer." I just can't picture that. Oh, Cook's gonna love that. That's what I call cowboy fans, redneck yuppies. Wow, I like it. Redneck yuppies. Yuppies with big hats and small heads. Cowboy fans. Oh. Well, one thing I do like to see, Mets are 5-5 out of their last 10. Braves are 6-4. So maybe we're playing a little better ball. But
sometimes it's who you're playing too,
Yeah.
Also on the local news, sports world, was the trading from the Pittsburgh Steelers to the Dallas Cowboys and the former Georgia receiver, George Pickens. It's a pretty big move. I think that's a good move for him. I liked him playing for Pittsburgh, but he'll definitely get more press.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see how that goes, but the Pickens is on to work with. And he said it already. You can't double team me and Lamb, CD Lamb. That's true. He's going to get a lot of balls thrown his way.
Yeah.
Lamb gets a lot, but he'll help take pressure off.
I mean, Lamb maybe open up down the field if they try to double team him instead of Lamb. I mean, who do you double team in that spot? I mean, they're.
The Cowboys got Pickens and a 2027 6th-round pick for a 2026 3rd-round pick and a 2027 5th-rounder, landing the only receiver in the NFL to average at least 16 yards per reception and have at least 2,000 receiving yards in the last 3 seasons.
Wow. Yeah, that takes the pressure off.
I thought it's interesting off-season move. Cowboys are. Jerry knows he's got to get something done now because if he don't, this roster is going to flip.
Yeah.
Until you said that, I forgot about that. I saw that on a TV monitor somewhere at the hospital. I went, whoa, Pickens is now a Cowboy?
Mm.
Cook will like that.
Yes,
I haven't heard him talk about it, but I guarantee you he knows. He keeps up with these Cowboys.
Man, that kind of loads him up for Bear at receiver. My goodness. Like you said, that's some interesting off-season stuff there.
But on the flip side of that, I will say I don't think the Cowboys win it. I just don't think they can win with Dak. And I'm not against Dak. He just does not seem to rise to the occasion in the playoffs. And let's be fair, neither does Lamar Jackson, the all-world quarterback of Baltimore. He does not rise to the occasion.
No.
That could change. But as they've had their chances, and they've looked like nobody could beat them in the season, they get to playoffs and lose. It's a fair assessment.
Yeah. That is.
Those camps will be opening up in only 2 months. So it'll pick up. The draft is passed. So July, the camps open up. So we'll be seeing a lot about signings and stuff like that right now. Very soon.
Yeah.
It'll be time again.
Yup, and we'll get to see all the guys get out there on the gridiron, the green gridiron. That'll be fun, though. I'm ready for football to come back in. I'm ready to watch my Bulldogs play. Of course, I'm enjoy watching the Braves fight their way back too. So, if they can get a couple of players back, who knows? They might pour it on. It sure does hurt when it's bad when one player going down can hurt a team that much. I know everybody has superstars and they all have their players, but my goodness. But you got some show enough playmakers that are waiting to come back in.
Yeah. We'll see. That's amazing, Tar Man, that you didn't get that storm that we got. We're not that far apart. Okay, Broski, the schedule releases Wednesday. Awesome. That's always a big deal. I look forward to that too. I didn't know that was the date. Thank you for that. Who do you follow, Broski, or do you follow Carolina? You may have told us before, but I don't remember. Being a transplant, you might be a Jets fan. Ooh. He might not claim it, though. It skirted you, Hunter, man. Skirted you. It went by and went, boo. It rocked over here. We were just coming off the air when I said, I was hearing something. I said, whoa, you got a storm. Within 5 minutes, Caleb was calling me. Where you at? Me and Coco's scared. I said, you're safe. Hang on.
Let's see. Broski says, I'm actually a Bears fan, even though I grew up in the Philly area the longest. Lived in Chicago area for Bears Super Bowl when I was young. Was that with Refrigerator Perry?
So what's your thoughts about the Bears and their new quarterback? And, he definitely lit it up really well. They need some more tools. What do you think about their draft? You have to join our sports show and I know this is our morning show. We do mention sports, but we had to skip our sports show because I was on the way to the hospital with my wife. So I did take the time to let James know not to show up. We're going to pick that back up. I've got to work around his schedule. We may have to have 2 sports shows next week. We try to air that. We try to air that on Friday night or Thursday or Friday night, depending on the work schedule of my co-host. But I think I'm going to see if he can do 2 shows next week because we need to pick up. We got a lot of sports news going on. But usually Thursday or Friday at 6 p.m. We'd love for you to come and talk sports with us. Celtic Blacksmith.
I'm gonna let you read that one out.
It needs no reading out. It is the Celtic Blacksmith's special way of speaking. As he's on his way to beat steel all day. Broski is in a wait and see mode.
Yeah, all new
He does have a ton of potential. Listen, what is your thought, Broski, since we're on this point? What is your thoughts about, now, I don't know if he's doing this in the NFL, but in college, if I remember right, he was putting a derogatory message on his hands about the opposing team. Basically put F on one hand, net on the other. I thought that was, to me, come on. That's very immature. But he does have a ton of potential, but I don't know if he's let that go now or not. But he does have a ton of potential. What do you think they need to move it? Like, what positions do you think offensively do they need? The Bears we used to go to this place called Chicago Sports and Pizzeria on Buford Highway down in Atlanta. There would always be on football Sundays, you had all the different major teams and their little huddles. Always would be a Bears contingent. And of course, them and the Packers would be arguing it out. And if they had over 100 TVs in that place. Any direction you turned, there was a game on. And it was you could just go and eat and just listen to the sights and sounds of those. They all had their jerseys on, and they would be, booing or hollering or having fun. They didn't get like in fights or anything. It was all just good-natured ribbing of the fellow fan. I thought that was cool. Me and Cook would be like, "Wow, check this out."
Broski says, I didn't want Bears to draft Caleb. After I got over it, he does have a ton of potential. Bears need a stud running back. They have a nice wide receiver and tight end room now. They also need to find their solution at left tackle.
Yeah, he was on the run a lot. He was on the run a lot last year. But he does have a ton of talent. Have you ever been to a Bears game at Soldier Field? That'd be interesting to know what that's like.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to do it in the wintertime. I would not want to do it in the wintertime.
Interesting, Celtic Blacksmith. Interesting.
Oh.
Did not know that. Even though you have no interest. Unless you are a huge Kardashian family fan. He says 0. Oh, come on, Celtic.
Oh,
My baby's in there.
He likes some Kardashians.
Yeah. Some of those nights he wasn't beating on the Forge. He was probably in there watching the Kardashians. I can't go far up the Forge. I got to watch my favorite peeps.
Oh, it's kind of a toss-up for him between the Kardashians and The View.
I'll tell you, well, wouldn't it be an interesting show, a new talk show, like The View, but it's politicians? Tell me this wouldn't be what they have good ratings because people would show up just to laugh at them and mock them. Elizabeth Warren, Bernie Sanders, AOC, and special guest commentator Hillary Clinton.
Oh my gosh! Stop! Don't even go there. That's
and the representative from the supposed right would have to be
McConnell.
No, they'd kill her. Or she'd kill them. That would never work. McConnell. I just see well, I always try to rule this way in Kentucky,
Oh, he's a rhino anyway.
But they would call him the representative of.
Oh, yeah.
From their perspective, he would be that voice that they could, well, what's your take, Mitch McConnell?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, my gosh. I couldn't decide who'd be uglier out of that group, Mitch McConnell or any of the others. They're all pretty ugly. I'm sorry, Steve. Dave threw AOC in there, and I know you got that thing, and you go to fix her, but Dude, I knew this is from Celtic Blacksmith. Dude, I knew masculinity was crumbling in society when I went to jail, and the guys in there changed the TV from Terminator to Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I don't want to live on this planet. That's amazing. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I would either, dude. I can completely understand how you're feeling there. Oh
man, that's hilarious. I love it.
That'd be like switching from Baywatch to Young Sheldon. Come on. Oh. Oh my goodness. This is fine.
I love it. It is the weekend.
Yes. But you still got to go to work. You are correct. You have to put it on mute to watch it. That's the only time it's fit to watch. But, that's the only time it's masculine. You're absolutely right. I will give you that. That's definitely not one you want to crank the volume up on.
Oh, he would love to see a new version with AOC on that. Lifeguard.
Lifeguard. Dude, she can't even throw her own district a lifeline. What is she going to do as a lifeguard?
Oh, Steve would go out there and act like he's drowning so she could save him. He needs mouth to mouth.
But you know, this is Steve we're talking about. And you know which lifeguard will be going down there to rescue him and give him mouth to mouth. It'd be that ultimate beauty queen, Maxine Waters, running down the beach in her swimsuit, coming to rescue. Well, in her swimsuit and her walker, scooting down the beach to rescue Steve in the kiddie pool, acting like he's drowning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't know Maxine Waters was Latina. I've learned something this morning. Oh. What you trying to tell me? Shut up. That's not nice. Oh. Okay, fine. Oh. Hey, Jen is talking to you. She said, "Good morning, Steve."
I could just see it. It would be the leftist version of it, that the AOC must go rescue a MAGA. We told them not to swim. It was red tide. But we'll go out there and save MAGA man. Steve's out there flailing around. Help! Help!
Fine. Steve told me to shut my face hole and to bite my tongue. Sir. He threw a sir in there too. Oh my gosh. He even threw a sir. Oh, even Tire Man said it was too far.
Facebook, Steve. Facebook.
Oh, I do. Tell him, Steve. Oh, that's
wow.
not.
Wow.
You better send one at Jennifer too. She's taking up for you also. Okay, fine. I'll quit grossing everybody out this morning. Oh.
Well, I gotta admit, the Maxine Waters, that's pretty brutal.
Oh,
Nobody
I had more.
Nobody
I had more in the pie. I had more in the magazine I was gonna let fly, but everybody's picking on me now, so it ain't gonna be as much fun. I could go ahead and let it fly, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna be nice. See, Steve? Nice guy. I go through life trying to be kind and courteous to one and all. Steve's going to have nightmares tonight, and it's my fault.
No, tonight he'll be firing up that forge. He'll be beating. It'll be your face on that. He's bashing Rob's face.
Safety's on, sir. Safety's on. Safety is on.
Steve, do you make letters with the steel? Like an L?
Like an L?
Yes, like an L. That's a pretty straightforward request.
Do they know that far down the alphabet in Ohio?
Well, sure. They know loser, the word loser.
Oh, Buckeyes fans everywhere just cringed. It went, shut up, Dave. Oh, hey, look, I'll give you, hey, that was a good one. Yes, Broski, you are absolutely Correct. Maxine Waters is the Wicked Witch of the West. Oh. Good morning. You're getting photo bombed.
They're on the ball this morning. They're ready to go to school, get this Friday knocked out.
I think they just like school.
Oh, today's field day.
Yeah, we have to be there by 7:15.
10:15. Oh, well, I guess I better get going. Y'all have a great morning.
Yes. Y'all have a great day, great morning. And we've got Dave going to run the kids to school. And I've got heaps to do today, too. Hey, y'all have a great day. Get through this Friday. Y'all like, follow, and subscribe. And we will see y'all tonight for Front Porch Talking. Y'all have a great, wonderful day. Y'all pop over there on the Rubble side and give our good friend Celtic Blacksmith a like and a follow there at Half Pine Forge. And we will see y'all tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hey, y'all have a great, wonderful day. And we are headed home.
Oh, well, it's early in the morning. Grab a cup and tune on in. Robert and Dave got that southern charm. Let the laughter begin. From the morning funny to Maga Minute, ain't no better way to start your day the southern way with a little joking.